Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey,
Good. Thank you for doing this.
Mhm.
You're in
Nah, bro.
Barcelona right now? Is that where I
Yeah,
saw?
yeah, I moved out here. Yeah, like 3 months ago.
Damn, why?
I was on tour in Italy. I was collaborating with some like pretty big Italian artists, and then I got pretty popping in Italy. So I was like, you know what, America kind of crazy. I want to start a better life for my fam. So all right, let me do Italy. So I was moving into my crib. I paid the deposit and shit, and I needed 2 weeks to move into my spot. And I was like, I've never been to Barcelona. Let me go down there for vacation, bro. And I just fucking never left, bro. And that shit fire, bro. It's crazy. It's fire.
I've been to Barcelona once. I went partying there for like a week, and it's beautiful, man.
Yeah. That's just crazy, bro. It's crazy because people don't talk about it. It could because it's like people talk about the dark side of LA or like different places that can suck you in and shit, but they don't really talk about Barcelona. Like this place is dangerous if you're not focused.
Bro, I almost got arrested in Barcelona, and my life would have been fucked over some weed. I almost got arrested over there.
Wait, what year was this?
This was 2018, 2017, maybe.
Nah, they be gassing up out here now.
Yeah, that's what I heard, bro. But what they were fucking with me, bro. They were fucking with me over there. Have you ever been to Sitges? It's like
Yeah, yeah,
SITG.
yeah, 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 yeah,
We went
yeah,
there for a few days, and that shit was beautiful. That shit
yeah.
was
That shit, that's
crazy.
like a painting, bro.
Literally. Wait, so
Yeah.
what brought you out to Italy?
Shit. So pretty much, bro. So how I've been making my living for like the past decade for real is collaborating. You know what I'm saying? I never really favored the label route. So I'm like the best thing for real is making sure that I can collaborate with folks like all over the world and shit. So I spent some time out in Italy just doing some fashion things, and I got cool with some pretty big artists out there. We started collaborating. I had a little rough spot, and my boy Jimmy Ties, he's like a big artist out there. He reached out to me and was like, "Bro, we need to cook up." He put me on this project, and then that led to this next collaboration, and boom, and now I'm going on tour in Italy, 12,000, 17,000 cap, all of these type of things. So, um, and they rock with me out there, but I was learning Italian and all of this stuff, bro. Um, but yeah, it was really just to find a place that I can really be independent and thrive. You know what I'm saying? Like really build a satellite. I had a satellite in Atlanta. We gonna reopen that, but just America just crazy right now, bro. It's kind of crazy. So for me, I'm like, I need to be in a place where cost of living is lower. Um, and yeah, so that ended me up in Italy, but this shit is pretty much the same as a lot of places in America. They just speak Italian, bro, and they just know how to dress. But it's still it can be intensely racially driven in a lot of aspects, from nightlife to collaborating and all of that things. So I think Barcelona is the right move for me right now, bro. Cost of living is low. I got a dope studio. We opening up another studio. I'm kind of starting my own version of a label. So yeah.
Living over there, is America as bad as it like seems?
Hell yeah. Hell
Hell
yeah, bro.
yeah. What do you
Yeah.
realize about it now that you're like outside of it?
First off, all right, out in Barcelona or Spain, it's like a socialist country. So I've never spent an extended period of time in a socialist country. So first and foremost, the biggest difference to me is having a capital driven society. They do siesta in the middle of the day. Like you could go to your favorite store at 2 p.m. Shit's shut down because motherfuckers is taking a nap. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you see. It's kind of a pro and a con because I'm from Atlanta. We hustle, we finesse, we jug, we just really about that. So out here it's on some. We'll get to it when we get to it, which is an advantage because somebody who is driven, they can make shit happen, but at the same time, it's very laid back. They spoil, and I envy it in a way because I'm like, why not? But it doesn't have them. A lot of people out here don't. They don't search to exceed a certain level. Like they're very content with the bare minimum. Another thing is I'm from Atlanta, so the open carry, crazy, bro. Like the night before I came back out here, I went to see my family for the holidays. The night before I came back out here, I was in this corner store, like late at night before I was catching my flight, get some blunt wraps. Bro, it's just these young cats in the corner store. It's like raising all kind of ruckus. They got 30s on they joints, and they like threatening the people behind the bulletproof glass and the thing. And to everybody, it's normal. You know what I'm saying? In this situation, like nobody was really tripping. Everybody's like, all right, I'm gonna go to this register and talk. While it's crazy, bro. Like the things that we get used to, even like being a black male, just interactions with police, bro. Like, I don't fuck with the cops out here either, but I don't feel, all right, if I'm walking on the block and it's a bunch of cops right there, I don't feel like, oh shit, I gotta do this. Like, in America, you gotta come up with you have to be aware, okay, my posture gotta be a certain way, my body language gotta be a certain way. It's just a lot of things that you don't realize that you have added pressures in the States until you just like, oh shit, I don't experience none of that, a lot of that stuff in another place,
Yeah. America is like an anxiety riddled place that everyone has anxiety, so no one talks about how anxious everyone is. And I do feel like whenever I go to like Europe, it is just there's not that level of like tension everywhere you go.
Yeah, for real, bro. So it's a good thing, bro. Music industry is in a crazy place right now, so I feel like at any moment in the past few years, especially since pandemic, like this is a good time to kind of create your own business model because shit, everything up in the air. The Drake shit with UMG, like that's they what you call it? That's they baby. You know what I'm saying? That's their prized possession, and they got like a lot of shit is going on there. I think it's so loud right now that people not understanding like. We in a very a unique place, especially in the past 10, 20 years in music, where a lot of people can build their own format,
And do it from
yeah,
anywhere.
anywhere, bro, anywhere.
Honestly, it made sense to me when you said you were over in Barcelona. I mean, bro, you're a very like mysterious dude. I'm surprised you even said yes to this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, so when you said that, it makes sense though, because like you can do it from anywhere now.
yeah, man. And what I was saying, bro, I had a really difficult moment, like to give you some backstory, kind of on where like my I don't think people really know my origin story. So what I was signed, Hood Rich, you ever heard of them?
Yeah.
All right, so 2011, no, 2012, me and my boy Siege, we dropped this like mixtape called Lolo. It was just like heavily sampled shit, southern shit, and we just did it for fun, but it set like the hood hipster scene in Atlanta like on fire. People was like really going crazy for that. So at that
That's how
point,
I found out about you, not to cut you off.
oh, for real,
Yeah,
Lolo.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, we had this party, and one of the dudes who run the Hood Rich, Rip, he there, And he just pulled up. He was like, "Yo, bro, I want parts. Like, whatever y'all doing, like, I want parts of that shit." So we meet up with them. I'm gonna be very transparent in this shit because I don't give a fuck. I ain't signing nobody, bro. Like, we're gonna do whatever to me. So he's like, so he gave us this paperwork. And they don't really do advances, but they rocking with me, and they give me they're like, I'll give you a 5K advance. And this, bro, we we young, we out in the streets, like we doing whatever. So like 5K and just in a quick day, real quick, and we get studio access. Like, I'm not tripping. I give it to my management team at the time, which is my one of my best friends and my cousin. And let the lawyer look over this. They was in the same position that I was, so no lawyer looked over anything. And so I signed a Hood Rich, and they turned me up. They had this studio called HPG, and HPG was just like this fucking crazy incubation studio. So it was owned by T.I.'s manager. T.I. and them, they had the main room. FKI, I think they were signed to a management deal to T.I.'s manager. I can't remember this nigga name. It's B something, I think. And then HPG, which was Hood Rich Production Group, we was in the other room. So Hood Rich, HPG, we had Thug, me, Childish Major, C4, and then we would be having like Kevin Gates, Gunna, Pee Wee, all of these folks coming through, and then across the hallway you got Post Malone. So it was a crazy, like, it turned it as far as my network, and it turned a lot of shit up. But I worked on Beautiful Pimp there. That was like my first real project that got me like any type of national notoriety, anything like that. And then I'm turning up. We running around or whatever. We go down to South by Southwest. No, on this press run we did like a makeshift press run to go up to New York, because at that time it's like, you're gonna go out to New York and do the fader and the this and the that, all of that shit. So we go up to New York, do a makeshift press run, and it was this blog called Hip Hop at Lunch. Hip Hop at Lunch was ran by this guy named Mike Boyd. Mike Boyd he's like the culture post for Gary V. You know this guy Gary V?
Yeah, I know Gary V. Mm-hmm.
So pretty much the guy, we go up to do an interview with this guy, Mike Boyd, who's Gary V's culture plug, and he's fucking with us. We rocking, we get this cool relationship. He takes us through, New York, plugs us with some more shit. Then right after that is South by Southwest. He's down at South by Southwest. My team dropped the ball on a whole lot of shit. And then it ended up being this guy Mike kind of saving the day. Like, he was working like how I was working. We outside. So we get back to Atlanta at HPG, and we're like, yo, we want to add this guy Mike Boyd to the management team. And we do that, and then we like, all right, we go to New York, we talk about it. He's like, okay, I need to find out what your paperwork is with Hood Rich. So now we find out if take a shit, Hood Rich owns that. So now we got to figure out how I get out this deal with Hood Rich. Now, Gary V, because this guy, Mike Boyd, has this forecast record of this guy about to blow up, blows up. This guy about to blow up, blows up. Okay, Wrong Force is the next guy, blows up. All right, we need parts with him. So they create like a management company. It's called Mike Boyd Management, but it's funded by Gary V. Like, he's the silent partner in it. And then I'm supposed to be the flagship artist. So they buy me out of my contract for $50K and everything.
With Hood Rich.
Yeah, they bought me out of there. So I'm free, because they didn't have me into contractual obligations. Hold on, wait. I'm getting somewhere with this. What was it? What did you ask before? Because I'm going in the direction.
Oh, you were talking about. Wait, no, you were just giving your backstory. You were giving your backstory.
But it was something that I was about to connect that to. Whatever, fuck, we'll figure it out. But anyway, fast forward that. So Mike Boyd and Gary V, we we kind of formed this thing, and now we're a thing. My other crew is kind of out the piece, and like we turning up. I got CAA as an agency. I got this. Like everything is kind of picking up. You know, we do a release with Fool's Gold. We got a lot of shit going on. But I'm naive, to be honest. At this point, I'm super naive, bro. I don't know what the fuck. I'm just like, I'm popping. That's all I wanted. I wanted to be popping. So, you know, and I'm not asking myself the questions of what is Mike and Gary's deal for me? What is the expectation? What is all of this shit? I'm very naive. I'm like, yo, this is just well-intentioned shit. Like they fuck with my art, bro. You know? And then that's really that's not the case. I didn't know I was on a timeline, and I was on like a secret timeline to where I needed to blow up by X date. And these markers of success and all of that shit I wasn't really in on. So when it neared that date, you know, management drops out, Gary Vee and all of them drops out. Okay, a lot of people see my they see CAA and they see Gary Vee and they see Mike Boy. They see these people as the real assets that make me valuable. So a lot of people kind of dropped out the picture to continue doing business with these guys and all this shit. So I'm stuck on this island by myself, bro. So for the past 10 years, that's where it was. So for the past 10 years after that, bro, I've been doing everything by myself, bro. I'm talking about I done booked Coachella by myself. We done been at Picture Paris. I done did 2 months in China. All of these things, Dolo. So I'm just getting to the point where we are at a time where if you have enough drive and enough discipline and enough focus, like it ain't no difference between you and a Rick Rubin or a Russell Simmons or whoever the fuck is the icons in this shit, bro. All they did was do it, bro. Like these motherfuckers didn't have no expertise in the beginning. They were just like passionate and they did it. I think we just right now is just a really a great time for people to do your own shit. Like when I saw the TikTok shit, I'm about to shut down, and you know Trump saving the day, whatever, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, so many people are so dependent on actual platforms. Like we become so far attached from like trapping out the trunk. And I don't mean like a physical trunk, but like, damn, your website is your trunk. Why are you sending people to Spotify before you sending them to your website? Are you doing this? So I just feel like we in a time where the mentality is about to change a lot for, you know, independent artists and musicians.
What were you thank you for telling me that story, one, because it's fucked because you're right. That shit that you went through, I don't think people have to go through now, or maybe for good or for worse. The like
Yeah,
the artist development is dead. The
done.
like the artist development, it's dead. I can't say the name of it, but I was talking to the VP of one of the five major labels, like not on camera, just at a
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
And they fired the entire artist development team, like rid of them.
Yep.
And I was
That's
like,
how it is.
damn, bro. So like that shit you went through, you kind of were the last generation of people like your career had to be in the hands of other people. That's not
Yeah,
like a thing
yeah.
anymore.
No, for real, for real, for real. But the crazy thing is the it's a weird like duality with it because it's like if you only experience this time to where you didn't have to depend on somebody or in that way, you don't a lot of times you don't really it's like experiential knowledge. You got to go through some really fucked up shit to understand, okay, this is what I
Yeah.
need to be doing. A lot of the people who are like independent minded right now is out of like uh an ignorant confidence. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yeah, we can do it, all of this, but it's like, I know we can do it because I've been in, and it's like, bro, it's really not, it's a system, and it's like you got to figure out if you wanna be famous and be a part of this system, because a lot of that shit is like, if you look at, it ain't no news. Like, if you look at the Tech Nine or some shit like that, bro, like the average motherfucker don't know who Tech Nine is, but he's guapped up and he's so well off and he has more of an impact and a connection to his fans than like the top people. So I think like, yeah, for people now, it's just like they need to figure out what you trying to do. I don't think people ask themselves that question enough. Like, what you trying to do?
Yeah.
You know?
Are you trying to get rich or famous? Are you trying to get like it's kind of like a relationship, bro. Like if you want to be in love, you got to stay attractive and you got to be a good person. Those two
Yeah,
things are equal. You got to have a good personality and you got to stay attractive. You can't have one
yeah,
or the other. Is
yeah.
for artists, you got to realize you got to get those views, but you also got to make money, bro. Like
Bro,
you
that's
can't
actually
just
where
be
I'm at
going
right now.
viral with no money. Like that was my
Uh,
biggest problem, bro.
yeah, the thing about it is, it's like a lot of artists got artistic ego. I've had that for a long time. I've just recently removed that from my whole business model. But the thing about it is like, if you able to do certain things, and I'm not saying this is applicable to every artist, because I just kind of fell into this situation. Like, so over the years, I think because of the timbre of my voice, a lot of dance records that are like minimal, they can hear my voice on it. So a lot of dance producers have been reaching out like over the past years. I never really thought of it. Okay, you give me a quick bag, I get some plays. Okay, cool. But all right, I'm gonna go back to my thing. Now I got songs like blowing up in the electronic world that's like lined me up for this collaboration, and this I got some crazy things going on where it's like I love this music, I love this type of music, but bro, I'm from Atlanta. My family is like Blue Note jazz lessons legends. I got a lot of depth in my musicality. So, but for me to go, which I would have did 10 years ago, if I start blowing up off of like electronic track and I'm trying to sell this trap album, I'm gonna discredit that shit. I'm not going to rock with it. Not seeing that, oh, bro, this is actually just like a proof of concept that you can make some money, and then you can funnel that into what you want to do. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of artists need to figure out, like, you know, start listening to what people like your audience is saying. Even if it's 10 people and you preview 3 different tracks, and most people like, yo, we like this one track, and it's not your favorite shit, all right, man, you got a market for it. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
remember
that's my
loving your rap music, and then you did the project with Toro,
yeah,
and that shit was totally different. It's funny
yeah,
hearing you say that because that kind of reminds me of exactly what you're talking about. That's a whole different ass like vibe on that shit.
yeah. I got crazy shit. Like, I got crazy underground shit. I got shit that my OG fans are gonna rock with and all of that stuff. But yo, this shit a business, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, fans will be so critical on their loyalty to a sound that you produced or you made, but like they didn't support that. They just like that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had to like
Yeah.
I would drop a beautiful pimp and then I gotta figure out other ways to make money. Okay, cool. Y'all like that shit. Y'all downloaded off of live mixtapes. All right, bad. Like, I got one of the top mixtapes on live. What the fuck that do for me? You know what I'm saying? I still gotta figure out how to make money. And it's like removing that artistic ego. It's like, I know y'all like this. I can do this. But y'all sit with that. Y'all listen to them records real quick. Let me build the business of own fortune first, because y'all aren't really supporting that foundation. Y'all are supporting the spiritual connection, that type of that fuel, that support, that validation. But like, it really took for like in my opinion, a Griselda, a Rock Marcy, these type of figures to actually start building these paywalls, and motherfuckers like, no, you can get it on Spotify a month from now, but like, you coming to me first for it. I feel like they started making hip hop an actual commodity to fans, but other than that, motherfuckers not trying to buy your shit, especially when they get everything for free. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna make sure I'm populated in like the most no, what you call it? What's that? What's the word? Not bro, what's the word? Uh I don't know, but just I can get the most money from over here, bro. And it's like people can say you sold out, you can do whatever, but it's like as long as you fuck with it, and as long as it's giving you the support beams to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to listen to that record. Everybody ain't got to listen to Beautiful Pimp. Everybody ain't got like, but you got to make sure the business of you is straight first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you could be a great cook, you could make the best burger in the world, but if you don't know how to run a restaurant, you're not going to be able to continue making that burger, bro. You're
At
not
all.
gonna, even if you love it more than anything, like.
Yeah.
And it's mad funny. It's funny. I talked to you guys on the same day. I just had from Atlanta, Jaron Benton on the podcast
Oh, fire, fire.
earlier
Damn,
today.
that's a throwback,
I
nigga.
know,
That's
bro. I
crazy.
literally just got off with him right when I was
That's
getting on with
crazy.
you, bro. And he was
Yeah.
saying why Europe is so big for hip hop, like real hip hop. And I do think it's because they spend money on it because they appreciate it more because it's not right there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even my European fans are they love it more because it's not like, it's like Netflix. Netflix made movies
No,
not
it
as
is.
special, bro. Like if you
Yeah.
can watch a movie all the time, you're not going to be like excited by the
Mm-hmm.
newest film because
Mm-hmm.
you're like, yeah, I can just go
For
watch
real.
the other one, you know?
For real. For real. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
what were you naive about in the beginning? Like what do you wish you knew going back?
Don't nobody give a fuck, bro. Don't nobody give a fuck about you, man. You think your talent is so special. You think you so fly. You think you got they don't fucking it don't matter, bro. Like what I did, one of my all right, so artists need to really value they reputation because I didn't at that moment, bro. I didn't at a certain moment. I'm gonna be real, man. I was entitled as fuck, because I'm like, I could do this, I could do that. I done wrote for people that people didn't even know about. You wouldn't even know that song was mine. So it's like I had this entitledness, growing up, Kanye was one of my biggest artists. And I'm like, yo, he don't take no shit, bro. Like, that's how I want to be. And, you got to go through a process to be able to earn that right to say, I don't give it. Because you're going to look crazy saying whatever. So I was very naive into being like people are so invested into the long-term goal of who I am that can get you because people will drop off in a minute like, oh shit, I got bills to pay. This shit ain't cooking up quick enough. Let's go. And I think that's a reality because I was like, as long as I see progress, I'm not tripping. But I don't know, you looking at a cat like Gary V and he makes money, bro. Like he make money. So it's like, okay, my first leap into this music shit, and we got a year ticking, and we ain't making no money, bro. They not understanding that. So I was very naive in that way. I was very naive as far as value in relationships, bro. I'm like for real. Like that's a big thing. Being independent for so long, I realized that relationships mean a lot. I was naive to have my manager be my buffer for every conversation I had. You feel me? Like everybody who's building relationships from the wrong Fortune brand is building it through your manager. So niggas only really know about your reputation. That's why motherfuckers think I'm so mysterious or I do this. Like I'm not really a person I'm not a content creator. I'm not, bro. I make music. I know how to make money from this music. Fuck all that other shit. But I feel like they felt like it was very hard to get to me because I had this buffer. And then when I tried to circle the block, when that buffer was no longer around to connect with these people, they were more loyal to the buffer because that's who they had built a rapport with. You know what I'm saying? So when you are an artist, you really gotta lock in on relationships. relationships. Like that's the most important shit of this entire thing. Being cool with motherfuckers. Cause you might shit on somebody just cause you up right now. You might shit on somebody and that person, I've seen it become like the head of this new tech company that's like changing the world. And you shit on them. And like now they got influence to shit on you back, you know?
Oh, who'd you shit on?
Oh, I didn't shit on no. I
Oh,
didn't
I thought you
personally shit
saw
on.
like fucking Zuckerberg at a party and you were like,
Oh
look at this
nah,
bitch ass.
bro. Well, with those type of things, um, I've been naive in the sense of this. Like, I've been a part of 2 Kanye writing camps, bro, where he's used he's used a lot of my shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you later. Like, you're gonna go, oh, that makes sense, but I was naive to be like, oh, they're making a Kanye whatever album. Okay, I'm a part of Skrillex writing camp. All right, fire. They gave me this crazy crib. Oh shit, I could ride the scooter around the crib. What? I only got to turn in 1 song per day. Oh, that's lit. We outside. We doing this, and then you and then you go through a month or 2 of that shit, and then they send you the plane ticket. They're like, hey, you going home Monday. You're like, what the fuck you mean? Oh, I guess they ain't like none of the shit that I did. And then you like, all right, let me hear this album. Let me see what ideas they chose over mine. And you go, wait, that's my idea right there. That one too. Oh, wait, they took that one line for line, you know? And this is the naivety with having a buffer, the naivety of being like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what are we doing here? Like, and that's how they, these type of things, they allure artists who are just tempted by a certain fame. Okay, how many people was in like the Jesus is King camp, or not the shit on Kanye because that's literally one of my favorite artists, but it's like how many people be in these big writing camps just because they got the authentic sauce. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, bro. Who that?
So sorry, I told you 6, but shit, like, last word was like.
That's all. I'm just finishing that interview. You could do your thing. Yeah. Yo, my bad, bro. So
Yo,
yeah. That's what I was saying. Like for that type of thing, it was like I was naive to have my buffer in between me and all of that, and not asking, okay, so we're gonna be writing for Kanye for the next month. All right, how do we know when we get placed? How do we know when I was just so, bro, I was just so fucking happy for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they get a lot of artists with raw talent. They're just happy for the opportunity. Like, say for me, if I never did nothing in my life again after that writing camp, I could be like, I wrote for Kanye. Do you know how much of a feat that is for anybody? Like for like that type of thing. So Pete, that's how they get people, is just the that, oh, I'm associated with this thing, and they know how to get you, bro. So you just can't be naive with it,
yeah. It
Yeah.
sucks because that is the story you hear over and over again. Like, but when you're in it, it feels so like good or bad. When you experience something, it feels like it's uniquely yours, you know?
Right.
Even
For
if you've
real.
heard a million stories otherwise, you're like, nah, bro, this is me. This is special, but that shit's
Yeah.
not. Even no, nothing against Kanye. That's one of my favorite artists. But like, I've heard a lot of other people who have been in his writing camps, and like nothing came for like it didn't help them. It just kind of like
Yeah.
it was like a carrot dangled in front
Yeah,
of
and
them
that's the
for
thing,
fame.
because it leaves you with a weird taste in your mouth, because you like, and that's the thing. If you're not really securing yourself as an artist, bro, I've been around artists who've been in these type of situations, not just the Ye camps or different camps, like different things where they didn't understand that their lyrics wasn't used on the track, but their essence just them being in the studio, like they're not really, like you were talking about earlier, the artist development shit. You need to understand what your value is. Your value is just isn't I know how to produce, I know how to rap, I know how to sing. Like you got energetic value. You could be amused in certain ways where you ain't got to say shit. You just came in that studio fresh as shit, and now yay, like I got that, and you just give her inspiration in that way. So when people don't know they value, bro, it's easy to get tricked in this shit. It's very easy.
Was anyone cool? Like, did you meet anybody that was cool? Like,
Bro, as far as the writing
in the industry, just in the industry and shit, or was it all cutthroat?
No, bro, it's a bunch of cool motherfuckers in this shit, bro. Like I'm always gonna put on for Atlanta first, cause that's where I'm from. So, man, everybody, Thugger, cool. Bankroll, R.I.P. Cool. Mako, my nigga, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Coolest. The coolest. Pee-wee, free Pee-wee, the coolest. When you talk about a higher level of artists, I don't know, bro, because they have their own system going. They have their own degrees of separation, into which that's why when people be like, oh yeah, I was in the room with this person and this, I'm like, how? Like, do you know like the fucking steps you got to get through that room for a random motherfucker that so it's like they got a whole thing. Let me see the top cats that I fuck with. A lot of the LA cast is good. I don't know. I'm gonna put on for Atlanta, bro. Sonny Metro. He from St. Louis, but he Atlanta too. I think it's a lot of cool artists in the game when you come down to executives and things like this. I don't know how to gauge that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there will never be a genuine relationship that isn't transactional between me and those type of figures. So I can say, I like this A&R, or I like this head of this label, but it was like very circumstantial. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, because I feel like hearing what you said, people could get like jaded, you know what I mean, in the industry. So it's good to hear people are like cool too.
Well, you get jaded when you depend too much on the industry. You get jaded too much because like I gotta get signed. Now you setting yourself up to be in a position to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like you just in a position. Oh, Uzi, very cool, my nigga. I fuck with Uzi for sure. When I got out of jail, he was the first person to FaceTime me. So shout out to Uzi.
Oh, really? How'd y'all meet?
My family from Philly. Like I'm from Atlanta, but my whole family from Philly. Paper? But we ain't got no papers.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's an L right there, bro. You need papers, bro.
I brought everything. I was like, no, for sure he has papers, for sure, like for sure.
If you go, I'm
gonna go. Don't worry.
All right, bet. But yeah, Uzi, great. We met. How we meet? My family is from Philly. I'm raised in Atlanta. How did we meet? Oh, you know this producer, Heroes and Villains, HXV? Yeah. We did a song mad long ago with Lil Uzi, and then we did a collab, and then he was like getting onto the fashion shit, and I was pretty avant-garde. After the Beautiful Pimp shit, I did the blue beard, I was doing like the crazy boots and all of this type of stuff, and I inspired these type of cats like that. And
you really did that shit's like big now.
Yeah, bro, like that's the thing. It's like I'm just grabbing the charger. Yeah, I think with all that with all like the colorful shit and all of that stuff, bro, I really feel like I was a pioneer for it, but it was like really on some like, bro. I was psyched out, bro. I was at the festivals, bro. I was on land at the festivals. Like, I'm not in the artist spots. I'm like in the festival grounds camping with these motherfuckers and you know what I'm saying? Doing the DMT and fucking, fuck niggas,
Bro,
doing
we were just talking about DMT on the last podcast too. Jaren said he wants to try it, and
Oh, you never tried it? You tried it before?
yeah, I've done it a few times. I've done it with shamans. I've done it like.
I could tell you did that shit.
What does that mean?
I just know who did DMT because
Yeah.
I've been in that world, bro. I got a friend who he's crazy, bro. He literally lives like the majority of his day in that world. I don't know how he do it. He
That's
vapes
crazy.
he vapes DMT, bro.
That's crazy. I can't go a lot, but I like it. I like it like when I need it. You know what I mean? But when I explain it to people,
when's the last time you did it?
probably like 6 months ago or some shit.
Okay.
How about you? When's the last time you did it?
Last year.
Last year? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you go, what happens when you do it? Because I feel like everyone has like a different thing.
Bro. Shit. All right, so it's different. So my first time doing DMT, I vaped it in one of my friend's art studio. He got like this crazy multi-layered resin art, so very dimensional. So, but it was like a vape thing, not too much spiritual. It's more on the psychedelics side of things, the shit was wavy. I also didn't inhale too crazy because I was like, yo, this shit about to be crazy. I don't know if I'm ready. So I just got a little miniature pinch, and then I did it when I was in LA with a shaman when I was living out there. Now that shit crazy, bro. That shit fucking
What'd you see?
Bro.
I do know. What'd you see?
All right, so at this point in time, my grandma had just died and shit, and I ain't deal with that. Like, I don't deal with death for real. I deal with death like later. It'll be like I'll be like chilling sometime and be like I'll be sad. I'm like, what the fuck? And then that's when it hit me. I'm not like a very like instantly reactional person. So my grandma had just died, and I was like, I got a lot of shit built up. I need to do this DMT. I need to see some other shit. So you sit down with the shaman. I had the toad, made me empty out all the air in my lungs. Shit. As soon as I kept going, fucking the top of my head popped off, bro. Like that shit said boop. And bro, at that moment I was greeted. The only thing I can say was that first DMT trip with a shaman was like seeing the universe's DNA. And then also seeing like the universe present. Like it was just this crazy. I started dry heaving, bro, because it's like I saw everything. Okay, I get it. But you don't get it because you can't conceive it. So you're like, what? You like fighting it, but you see what this shit really is. You know what I'm saying? Like you see it, but you ain't never seen it before, so you get it, but you don't. So I was like bugging out, and I was just like dry heaving, and the shaman's like, don't fight it, don't fight it. So then, I start seeing this energy in front of me. It was, I would call it like light, but yeah, it was just a bright energy. And then I started thinking about my grandma, bro, and I forgot what she looked like. That shit was crazy. So I started crying like crazy, like, you piece of shit, you forgot what your grandma looked like, you piece of shit. And then the light in front of me, like this, or whatever this energy was, because I can't say it was light, it was just a bright energy in front of me, and it was my grandma, bro. So that was the time, and then I started getting comfortable with it. And now the most recent time, I did it with my boy who I told you lives in that world. He's crazy, bro. He'll have you try to hit that shit while you in the middle of your DMT trip. Like hit the shit again. Like go deeper into the zone. Like nah, nigga, I'm fine right here. So the last time I did it, it was me, my boy, and my ex who was at my crib, and then we did it. She was a painter, so she had this huge like crazy piece that she was working on, and I don't know whatever she was having with that shit. I went into the room, and this is the first time I seen this. It was like a court jester or like a. It was weird, bro, because this time I wasn't in the mental space that I could really go there, and I knew it, but I wasn't trying to be a bitch in front of everybody. So I was like, I'm gonna go there with y'all, but man, it was this. I just closed my eyes because that shit was super intense, but I was still seeing shit, and it was like this. It was like a Joker type of he had like this hat on, and he was like bouncing from like the corner in my peripheral, like doing like this snickering thing, like. But it was like it was kind of scary, but it was more like some like ego shit, like, bro, you take yourself so serious, and he was like bouncing all around the world, yo. So I've had very experiences with this DMT shit, but my conclusion is this not even a fraction of what reality is. The shit that we experiencing right now, this not even a fraction, bro.
I get brought, for some weird reason, I feel like I get brought to different people that I was in past lives. Like I always wake up somewhere in history. I've woken up
What?
in like the middle of the Colosseum, or like
What?
everyone's fighting around me and I look up and it's the fucking Colosseum. I
That's
woke
crazy.
up the first time I ever did it, and it's crazy. I just told this on the last podcast, but I woke up on the Himalaya mountains and it was like snowing crazy at night. And there was like,
How you know it was the Himalayan mountains though?
all right, I'll tell you why. So there's a fire like far away, and I'm like, I just need to get to the fire because I woke up in the snow. And I get to the fire, and Buddha's just sitting there, bro. And that's when I was like, bro, we're in the Himalayas, bro. Like, Buddha was there, and he honestly, some weird shit, bro. He told me to start this podcast in a roundabout way, which ended
For
up changing my life fucking 5 years later. But
Buddha
like,
cast. Yeah.
but that's such like, you know what I mean? Like, I've woken up in some weird places, bro.
Yeah. Do you feel like, okay, so this is my thing. This didn't come from a DMT trip. This came from me doing mushrooms. No, we had some chocolate. My one of my best friends, Mallory, we had like a birthday around the same time, and she has this like festival, but it's not really a festival. It's just like all of her homies that just come out to her land and like countryside of Georgia, and we like spend a weekend and we play music. She got artist friends, whatever. So the last time I was there, we did these shroom chocolates, and I'm laying on the couch, bro. You know what fucked me up? This is what fucked me up, bro. This is how I know this shit is not even a fraction of our reality, because why everything we see is just a variation of squares and circles. That shit crazy to me, bro. That shit. Look at your background, bro. That's just fucking crazy. Straight lines and curves. That's what our reality fucking consists of. That shit. Because I was looking at the ceiling fan. I said, okay, that's going in a circular motion. Okay, the actual pieces to the fan, they're like if you look at it, like, you know how you do like polygon and all of this type of stuff, it's like, oh, it's just like a bunch of squares, and then like, bro, that bugged me out. Have you ever thought about that? Like, why our reality is only circles and squares?
Bro, see, I'm not visual like that. That's not,
Yeah.
I'm all emotional. I'll go to like, oh, the whole reason anybody acts tough is because they were scared as a kid. Like that's the type of shit. That's the type of shit my brain
I'm
goes
like, why
to.
everything circles, bro? Yeah, but I love being in that zone though. I
Are
don't.
you? Do you like watching movies?
Oh, that's my shit, bro. I'm a movie guy, bro. I actually stopped talking to this girl because she didn't watch movies and she wasn't down to start watching movies. I was like, bro, expand your horizons, shorty.
Yeah, I think shrooms in a movie is like a fucking like religious experience sometimes. Like when you watch
Oh,
the
you
right
know, what
movie.
movie is dumb on shrooms?
Well,
Lego movie. Lego movie.
oh, I haven't
Watch that shit
seen it. Oh, I
Watch
haven't
that
seen
shit on
it.
shrooms, bro. You gonna fucking flip out. You like, oh, they know what they doing. Like, bro, that was like the deepest. But and then I watched it sober, and I was like, yo, this shit still hold weight.
Alright,
Lego
I'm gonna
movie
have
deep
to.
on shrooms.
You know what? I saw Nosferatu on shrooms and I hated it on
That's
shrooms.
wild, bro.
I
What?
didn't like it on shrooms, but this shirt was so hard I had to buy it. Wait.
Yeah, yeah, that's tough. Okay, shout out to the dope shirts. You feel me? I'm on my little bow
Oh, your
weezy. You know
little
what I'm
Bow
saying?
Wow shit.
You
Fire.
feel me? You know, been
Fire.
that guy since Lil B a Weezy. Yeah.
So I used to be like, what's the craziest shroom trip you have? And then you do DMT and you're like, shrooms is like weed. You know, like,
Yeah, shrooms ain't shit, bro. That
shrooms
shit ain't
ain't shit.
that shit ain't shit, bro. You do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do ayahuasca though. I never did that. I'm gonna do that if not this year, next year. But for me, I understand the relationships between, you know, psychedelics and, you know, mentality, spirituality, and you really unless you I've seen people in a bad place about the trip and I'd be like, yo, bro, I don't think you should trip right now. I don't think you should do that because what it's going to do is it really brings out where you are and then it makes you confront it in certain ways. And that shit can be scary, bro. So I like to be in a certain mental space. So after this year, cause like for me, bro, I'm so random, bro. I'm the type of guy like I'll do DMT and then I'll be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna start making music this year. I'm gonna write for people, but I'm gonna learn how to build tree houses. Bro, I I was about to disappear for like 2 years and learn how to build tree houses, bro.
Why didn't you? Why didn't you? That would have been hard, bro.
But nah, cause I got this thing. I got this thing called Romy's Homies, and it's like my. I don't know. I don't want to call it like a label. I would like to call it like an incubator. Maybe it could be a label type of thing, but um, I don't even know. I was talking. What was talking about?
Wait, what's Romy's homies?
Uh, Romy's Homies. It started in Atlanta, right after pandemic because gun violence was so crazy. So I was like, I want to just build a safe space for creatives. And with that, it's this place called the Goat Farm in Atlanta. They changed it now, but Goat Farm is like in West Midtown, prime real estate, like right where the shit is happening, right where the shit is building, but it's ducked off. It was on 12 acres of just lush green land, and there was nothing but artist studios and shit like that. Artists lived on the site and things. So Romy's Homies started there, and then it started out as just one room. It was like this big ass, just bare room, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do art shit here for the homies. And then first thing turned into people just the folks would start coming over and helping me paint, and I'm talking about like I'm talking about street people, like people like, why are you here helping me? But it was just like, oh, people really want to be a part of community. And I started seeing the importance of community. So I started really being intentional with that shit. And then it grew to like a photography video room and then a live room where you can rehearse. We had the drums and the mic and the guitars and the amps and the turntables and all of that. Then we had a trip room, was like the main room. Like half of the room was like astroturf, like a high quality astroturf. Then in the middle of the room, there was this sandbox that extended the whole length of the room. And then in the sandbox, you can get like, you can just dig in there. You'll get like a coloring book. You could get some merch. We created like a whole bunch of shit. So like, if you tripping in that room, you can color. You can, lay on the grass. Stuff like that. And then we started doing events that was more like community servicing. We had a homie who was kidnapped and murdered, and so it was this female. She worked at a bar, R.I.P. Miriam, and then we started this event called Safe Sunday, and Safe Sunday was pretty much a festival that was just ran by women, but it was protected by the community. So, we had self-defense class. We had, you could get your nails done. You get some good food. We had some, good performances. We had yoga. And then, if you don't want to do none of that shit, you just come out there and chill, look fly, look pretty. And then we had Homie Day. Homie Day was the real thing, the real historic thing, because Homie Day was just a celebration of camaraderie in Atlanta, and we brought the hood out, we brought the creatives out, I'm talking about, bro, we brought the city out, and it was like, Key?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was me, Key, like all of those type of figures, Sunny Digital pulling up. What's that kid? Damn. 24K Gold and all of he's not even from Atlanta, but it's like all of these people just come into this thing. And the craziest part was, in an open carry state, people respected my space so much that they didn't even bring their guns on site. They left them shits in the car. So Romy's Homies was like, what happened was we started really building momentum, and then they sold the property for $250 million and kicked all of the tenants out. So all of the artists had to figure out, some other shit to do. And they had like alternative options, but none of them were anywhere comparable to what that space, that site was. So, a lot of people had to start from scratch. And that's another reason why I'm out in Europe, because, I'm rebuilding Romy's Homies, and we're gonna do the Homie Day Festival. We're gonna do all of this shit, but we're gonna have the nice little mini mansion for the artists to come chill at with the pool, and we got 2 studios. You're gonna have all of this type of things, kind of really going back to the basis, like the beginning of this conversation. We was talking about artist development. I don't think everything needs to be microwave. All you need is, my boy Swan says this, he'd be like, all you need is, like, what do you say, the ignition, the light, or something he say something like that. All you really need is like the comfortability to take some risks at the beginning when you're doing something big, like everything can't ride on this shit, and because that puts too much pressure on certain things. So with this next chapter of Romy's Homies, we just like making sure we got all of the bread right, making sure the funding is right, and then we could take a couple risks. We can get creative and all service to the our artistic community.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told me about that. That's sick.
Yeah. We gotta actually, bro, we gotta talk, because we gotta get you out here for Homie Day, bro.
That would be amazing. If you need a host or some shit, are you kidding me? I'd love to come out there.
Yeah. Let's run it.
Now that I know that there's weed out there and I ain't gonna get arrested.
No, you can gas up, man. It's nice.
Is it good weed?
Nah, you got some good shit. But I will tell you, they do hash out here.
I don't smoke tobacco. I'm 7 years clean of tobacco, so hash.
That's what they do. So that's what they do. So it's the spliffs is the thing. So that's you can get your weed for real, but these niggas got me on hash, bro. So I'm like, this shit stretch, bro. This shit be stretching, bro. It's like, okay, for a dub, I can I can do this lasts me 4 sessions. Like, you know,
I
I'm
got
not a
homies that go out there and come back only smoking hash, bro.
yeah. Shit. Well, no, the crazy thing is, as soon as I got back home over the holidays, bro, I was back on my blunts.
Cause then a weed is so good out here, bro.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, bro, the crazy shit is in America how they doing a lot of you seen the spray shit?
Yeah.
You seen that? That shit. What do you know what that does?
Nothing good.
Yeah, I'm just
I
saying.
don't
I
think
don't
it's
know.
gonna give me like I don't think it's gonna like allow me to fly or some shit.
No, but it's crazy because they be spraying it, and I was watching like this little mini doc, and this dude, he was like a plug or whatever, and he had these packs, and the pack was clean, and the dude was like, "Yeah, bro, I need some whatever type of strand this is," and he was like, "I bet." He was like, "Yo, but can you spray it for me?" And he was like, "I bet." And so the dude opens up the pack, he pulls out some type of spray, and he starts spraying the shit. And I'm like, bro,
That's fucked
y'all,
up.
y'all just
That's
wanna,
fucked up.
y'all finding every way to be dope fiends, bro.
Yeah, bro, that shit's fucked up. See, I do
Yeah,
dab. I do
yeah,
dab, so
yeah.
that's the
Nah,
closest I'll get to like
you be geek, bro. That dab shit, bro. You might as well smoke a blunt, man. Shit. I'd be, I'd be out of here on them dabs, bro. Out of here.
yeah.
No, thank you.
You got anything coming up music wise?
Yeah, man. I got a bunch of electronic shit coming. I got my shit with Eli Brown and Hunter. Gimme Gimme coming February 21st. And then I'm working on Beautiful Pimp 4, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, man.
Fine.
Like I'm gonna get a sound to the people, but I'm about to do this shit in a big way, bro. Like I figured out I cracked the code. That's why I be so quote unquote mysterious too, bro. Cause like I cracked the code to this shit. I figured it out. They gonna see this year.
Can you give
I
it? Can
fig
you give it or nah? You keep it on the
Nah,
DL.
you got to see it first,
All right.
and then people can build a blueprint around it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm a do that and say type of cat, but bro, I figured it out. It's bro, it's like when you start relying on the powers that be, and I think the biggest carrot that they have over most artists is the aspiration of fame. If you sit 100 artists down and you say, would you like to have a sustainable career for 10 years, 15 years, or do you want to be Drake big for 2 years? You know how many artists would choose Drake big for 2 years?
Yeah.
And it's not even them having the wherewithal to be like, in those 2 years I'm gonna invest in this, that. They like, no, I just want to be famed. Clout is the biggest currency, and I think that especially now, that's how labels, any type of authoritative figure in this industry, that's how they hold that, because everybody want to be a star. But like, bro, everybody need to be a boss. Everybody need to figure out how to do their own shit. Like, why would we be relying on these people? When my whole thinking changed when pandemic came, and it was like, can't nobody do shows, can't nobody do this. Oh shit, we got to figure out ways to trap out the trunk. All right all right cool. World opens back up. Like, everybody was trapping out the trunk. A lot of people figured it out during pandemic how to hustle. Then when the shit opened back up and it went back to the ways before, everybody reverted to those previous ways. And it's like, no, you need to understand, like, 1,000 people who speak your lingo, who care about what you're doing, who rock with your journey, is way more valuable than you pandering and like having momentary attention from 100,000, a million. So yeah, yeah, we just need to switch this shit up, bro. But I figured it out.
I'm excited to hear that shit. I guess last question. How'd that last album, the band by Kaytranada, happen? What's the story behind that? I have to get my one interview question off. I give myself one every podcast.
Well, shit, bro. I don't do interviews like that, so I just give you the real. Kaytranada don't fuck with me like that no more. And it's just business, bro. His trajectory went kind of faster than mine's was when we were at similar stages in our career. The only official track that I've released with him, Dance, Fool's Gold paid $10K to him for that, and that was what, 2016. So imagine what his ticket is now. So I tried to have him on this track on Beautiful Pimp 3. He said he fucked with it at first, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I tell his manager, and it's a bunch of confusion. I'm like, yeah, he said we could drop this shit, and he like, his manager's like, nah, he ain't say that. And then Kaytranada was like, yo, bro, why you lying to my manager? And I was like, bro, I thought you fuck with it, bro. Like, it's not that deep to me. It's a beat in a song. Like, I understand, like, but it's a beat in the song to me. So whatever. And then, I'm a mixtape nigga. So Beautiful Pimp is a mixtape. So I dropped that shit anyway. And then, cause like, bro, you don't make that much money from streams. Like all this shit is artistic ego. Like unless you get a crazy placement, whatever. But so I dropped that shit on, and then they got it taken down. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I got 200 plus Kaytranada beats. Like I'm gonna drop my own little EP. I ain't gonna promote it or nothing. But people who like to hear me on that sound, here you go.
Wow. So that's the story behind it. Damn. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
crazy.
Bro.
200 beats is wild.
Yeah, bro. Motherfuckers fuck with me, man. That's the thing, man. This clout shit crazy, bro. Like, like
well, you have projects with crazy people. Like your whole like I mean, I like your solo stuff too, but like when you go through like, rest in peace, OG,
Yeah.
Macco, bro, like so I just wasn't sure what the story behind it.
Nah, bro. And the thing is like, bro, I got a lot of sons in this thing. I got a lot of kids in this music shit, and I need to. This is the year I'm kind of like I'm about to show y'all how to do it. I'm popping my shit this year, bro. I be too cool, bro. I be too cool. I'm popping my shit this year, bro.
That's why I had to have you on the podcast, bro. I needed to know what you were up to, bro, because I'm a fan and I've been a fan for a long time. So I needed to know like what's been going on, type shit.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, we got to stay locked in. Get you out here to Barcelona. I seen some of this new shit, man. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, please do. What time is it out there?
It's 8:27, bro.
Oh,
8:27 p.m. Yeah, I'm 6 hours ahead.
When you said that, I was like, LA is 3 hours behind. I thought you were, when you said 6 hours ahead, I was like, where is he?
I gotta be in the future always, my guy.
But I really do appreciate this, man. Thank you so much. And I would love to come out there. And if you're ever out here, anything you need, I got you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the reach out, man.